Hi friends, a very good evening, a very pleasant good evening. How are you all doing? And I can see that Apurva is there. Hi Apurva, hi Shivam, hi Sujit. How are you all doing? How is everything going on? Are you guys safe and sound? I really hope so that you're taking good care of yourself, right? And regarding the examination also guys, I hope that you guys are, preparing well and you haven't lost your hopes yet. Fine, because we do see that the examinations are being lined up. Fine, so we will soon be getting a date for Sebi as well, so I want you guys to be on track with your preparation, right? So let's see, I can see people are joining. Hi Nijantan, hi Apurva, Nikhil, Madhur, Pallavi. Hi guys, how are you all doing? Just we can have a chat in the comment section first. Hi Jasleen. Okay, hi Harshita. How are you all doing? Hi Ricky. I really hope that you guys have been studying for your Sebi Grade A 2020 examination, right? We know that this time the pattern has been changed and we have 6 sections, okay, and 4 are completely new. So I really hope that you guys know the syllabus and you are on track. Okay, so you can see from the title itself that we are going to be having a look at the descriptive English paper today. Okay, we'll be having a discussion regarding 2 sections. I'll tell you what are those 2 sections. So before that guys, I want you to know that do not take descriptive English lightly, okay, because see, anyways you are going to have a separate paper on descriptive English. Secondly, you're going to be typing using the keyboard. So these are the 2 aspects that makes this particular paper very, very important. Okay, we will see what are the points that we need to keep in mind so that we don't lose the marks that we can score very easily after getting solving this paper. Fine, so I can see all of you are there. So hi guys, hi Agnik, hi Abhishek. I'll take all your questions. Hi Pankaj, good evening. Okay, one by one I'll be taking your questions. First, let's just begin with the session, okay, and then we will come back to the questions, right? I think that would be a fair way to start. So guys, here let us have a look at the phase 2 examination pattern. Okay, so you can very clearly see that you have 2 papers when you talk about Sebi Grade A exam. So the first paper is the descriptive test paper. Fine, you have 100 marks, but have a look at the duration. This is where I need all of you to concentrate. Okay, it is very, very important, and you need to make sure that you strategize your time well, because if you look at RBI paper, if you have given RBI examination or if you have been preparing for that, you know that the time allocated for it is 90 minutes guys. Okay, there is a big difference. There's half an hour less, so you have 60 minutes to solve this particular paper. So time management is going to be very, very, very crucial guys, so don't forget to have a hold on the time. Okay, so we will talk about that as well. Now let us just see what are the 3 sections that we are expecting in your descriptive English paper. Okay, fine. The first section that we'll be expecting guys, it is the pre writing. The second section is reading comprehension, and the third section is going to be essay writing. Fine, so this is a screenshot that we have taken directly from the Sebi Grade A 2020 notification. Fine, and it clearly says the exact lines that the topics include pre, essay and comprehension. So this is a lecture 1 wherein we will deal with pre writing and reading comprehension. So guys, what are we going to discuss today? See, English paper, they have already tested your knowledge with the other sections that you have. You have your phase 1 wherein you're giving paper 1 and paper 2. Now you're entering phase 2 guys, that also has paper 2. So they're already testing your knowledge on the 6 sections that are available, plus English, reasoning, quant and general awareness. So now they know that you have done your hard work when it comes to these sections for Sebi Grade A. But when you talk about descriptive paper, they are seeing how well can you structure your thoughts and put that on a piece of paper. Okay, so that is what they're going to test when you talk about descriptive English paper. Okay, the structuring of your thoughts, friends. So that's what we are going to be looking into, that what are the important points when you talk about pre writing as a section, and what are the important points that when we talk about reading comprehension as a section. Okay, in the lecture 2 we'll be talking about essay writing, and we'll also see some rules that we need to follow. Fine, that's what is the entire agenda. Is the sound low guys? Please let me know if I'm audible to you. Okay, I want you guys to give me a cue if I'm audible to you guys. Just let me know in the chat section so that I can proceed. Yes, Rishabh, all these words are counted. Okay. And you have a counter. Fine. It is audible, so I'm just moving forward. Okay. And I'll take your questions, don't worry. Fine. Now, overall, let me just brief you regarding how to prepare for descriptive English paper. Always understand one important aspect, guys. As soon as I say descriptive English paper, there are two areas that should come to your mind. One is the content part, and the other is the format part. Okay. So, when I say content, what exactly you need to write? Okay. Format is how you need to write. So, there are just two questions that you guys need to answer. One is what, and the other is how. Okay. So, when I say what to write, the content is, you have been preparing a lot for SEBI, be it the finance section, be it economic section, okay, be it the management section, or even be it the current affairs part. So you're reading so many things, fine, that would act as a fodder for you, knowingly or unknowingly. You might be in the habit of reading some newspapers or some articles randomly on your mobile phones, right? So you are well aware of what is happening around you. You have a fair understanding about the various policy measures that is going on. Anyway, you will read that for current affairs section. Okay. So all this will act as a fodder for you to go and write in the descriptive English paper. So I would say, few people are very worried about this particular aspect. I would say you need to worry about the format as well, because you might have so many things in your head. You have so many valid points to put down in the paper, but you need to know how to structure that. And that is what they're going to be looking for in the descriptive English paper, guys. Okay. So I have 100 points with me, but do I know how do I structure those 100 points? I have a topic, for example, in the essay writing, they might just ask you to use 150 words. So how do you condense that information in 150 words? Okay, so that is what descriptive English is all about. We'll quickly have a discussion regarding this. How to write are the one-time rules. So if you hear this lecture today, your how format, the how topic is going to be solved. Okay. So you need to know how you need to present a prese. You need to know what you need to do when you have to write reading comprehension. What are the rules that you need to follow? So all this thing you'll be able to, get answers if you attend today's session. Fine. Let's move forward now. So it's going to be a very crisp session, okay, wherein I'll just quickly tell you what is expected out of you when you talk about prese writing, okay, and the reading comprehension. Before that, let us concentrate a bit more on the content part. So as I told you, when you're preparing for descriptive English, what are the two areas, guys? One is the content part and the other is the format part. Format part, we'll cater to it. The content part also has two categories under it. One is the static part and the other is the current affairs part. Okay. Static part is the fundamentals. Okay. You need to know the basics, because if there's a question, say on a fiscal policy or monetary policy, if you're not aware about the basics, you'll not even understand the question. Okay. So you'll not be able to gather the points that you already have in your head. So that's very important for you to understand the question in the first place. Second, if you see, you might have to explain certain terms, you might have to use certain basic terms in your essay. Okay, so defining the introduction, conclusion, everything requires your knowledge with respect to the fundamentals. Okay, so the static part is going to help you in these aspects that I just now told. Okay, this we are talking about essay writing, because if you talk about prese writing, or if you talk about reading comprehension, you need to understand one thing, that you're not required to write anything out of your own. Only in the essay writing part, you are required to come out with the points of your own, friends. So this should be very, very clear in your head. When we have a look at the format of prese writing and the reading comprehension, I'll just re-emphasize this point again. Current affairs part, in general, you should be aware about the trend, what is going on around you. If there's a topic, you need to relate to the basics and come out with a proper structure. You might use some important data points, you might use some reports that have been published, you might use some schemes that the government has come out with. Sometimes in the essay writing, you might also get a topic that is completely based on a particular initiative brought out by the government. Okay, they might ask you to discuss the features of an initiative, for example, Atmanirbhar Abhiyan. Okay, they might even ask you to just elaborate on the features or how it is going to be useful. So all this thing is going to be possible if you are keeping yourself in touch with the current affairs. Fine. So there again, what is going to be tested? How are you able to structure that particular topic? Are you able to make sense out of whatever is there in your head? Okay. And the very important thing, guys, trust me, you know everything about a topic, but to condense it in 150 word is a task, or 200 words is a task. This comes out of practice, and this comes out of an understanding of what is required out of you. Okay, so till here we are clear about the two parts. One is the content part and the other is the format part. Content part, static part, current affairs part. Now let us move forward with the second portion, that is the format. Okay, that is what today's lecture is all about. Next 15 minutes we'll just discuss this, and that is what you're going to be taking away from this session. Keeping these pointers in mind, you need to go back and practice. Okay, also in the description box of this video there is a link placed, guys, and that link is a actual examination paper. Like, we have just created a model paper for you guys to go and practice. It is a descriptive English paper. It has all the three sections: pre-essay writing, reading comprehension, and essay writing. Okay, so immediately after this session, or maybe tomorrow or day after, just go to that particular site and just go and write. You have the counter there, everything is there, timer is there, so you can just take 1 hour of practice test. It's a model paper. Fine. But let me tell you, the model paper is of a difficulty level that I have set. Okay, so don't get bogged down. It is something challenging, so even if you're feeling it is tough, just go and give for practice. Okay, I have not set it easy, I have set it tough. Fine. Now let us move forward to pre-essay writing. So guys, what is pre-essay writing? This is the simplest of all. Just trust me, because one thing is, I've seen, we have done this in our college days, we have done this in our school days, but we actually don't know the rules properly, and that's where we make so many silly mistakes. So that's what we are going to be doing today. We're going to be making it very clear about what is pre-essay writing. Okay, once you get to know, you will just see it's very, very easy. Fine. Usually the same paragraph is given for pre-essay as well as reading comprehension. So the same paragraph, you need to condense it, okay, summarize it, and based on the same paragraph you will be getting questions in the reading comprehension section. Fine. Simple. Now what is pre-essay? You need to summarize. Okay, very simple. We have made a lot of summaries in our schools and colleges, right? But here it is not just summary, it is just a smaller version of whatever is given. So I should not lose out on the important points. Okay, there are three words that actually defines pre-essay writing, friends. One is concentration. Okay, because if you're not concentrating, you will not understand what the passage is all about. Comprehension, understanding what is written. Condensation, finally, breaking it down or condensing it into minimum number of words possible. We will see the rules, how many number of words are actually required. Okay, so understand these three words. Just make sure again and again you're saying yourself that these are the three important words when you are talking about pre-essay writing. Fine. So guys, two important rules, always remember, very basic. Give a title to the passage. Okay, that's very, very important. Don't forget. Most of you forget. Okay, and so this is the most obvious thing, right? Pre-essay writing has this number one rule that you need to give a title to the passage. Second, there is a limit on the number of words. So whatever you see the number of words in the original passage, you need to divide that by 3. So you need to reduce the passage length by to 1/3 of the passage length. Okay, so if it is 300, divide by 9, divide by 3, sorry. So you need to condense it into 100 words. Okay, so these are the two important rules when you talk about pre-essay writing. Fine. Now guys, very simple. What is a good pre-essay? See, the first and the foremost thing that you need to do is be very, very sure about selecting what you are going to write and omitting what you're not. This is the key to a good pre-essay. If you understand this particular aspect, that is selection, half your job is done then and there. Okay, so whenever there is a paragraph, see, this happens when you start practicing. the entire paragraph talks about say 4 or 5 important points. Okay, they elaborate that particular points with certain facts, with certain examples. So you need to choose those particular important points and see which are the examples that are really important or which are the data or the figures that are really important. Okay, there might be so many facts and figures that are given. It's not necessary that you write all of those again in the summarized version of the passage. Okay, so that understanding should be there, what to choose and what to leave. Okay, if you do that, you are actually on the right track with regard to your essay writing. Fine. Next, organized passage, guys. Again, I'm telling you, you cannot just take the important points, select them and put them in say a sequence. No, you need to make some sense out of it. Okay, it is not a list, but it is a coherent passage, organized passage. Okay, there should be a logical sequence in the passage. Okay, and I would recommend that whenever you are writing essay, you make sure you follow the same sequence, because usually the story unfolds in the same manner which is given in the original passage. Okay, though you can twist it a bit. Okay, but that is a trick which will help you out, or which will remove the kind of maybe uncertainty that is there in your mind. Fine. So one is the good selection, one is organized passage, and what are the other important points? You should write the essay in your own words, guys. Do not just pick the lines and repeat the lines in the summarized version. That is not how essay is written. You need to use your own language, your own words. Okay, not language, own words. Okay. The other thing is, please do not include any of your own ideas. You need to just reproduce whatever is given in the original passage. Summarizing is different from essay writing. Understand that. Essay writing, you're required to come out with your points, discuss whatever you feel. Essay writing, no. Whether you are able to grasp what is given and comprehend that, plus reproduce it in lesser number of words. That is what essay writing is all about. So there is one other thing, guys. What happens is, if there's a passage you know more about, okay, and you feel like coming out with extra points, so unknowingly also there is a chance that you keep writing something of your own. That is not going to work out. Okay, so just condensing the information very, very precisely is what you need to do in essay writing. Fine. I hope you have got these points very well. Now, how do I approach essay writing? Okay, you have explained me the rules. I know what is a good essay. Now, what do I do? Guys, see, each and every step we cannot go and enact it, but I'll just tell you the ideal way to approach it. You can practice it while giving the model paper. Okay, it can help you out. We have less time with us, guys. We just have 60 minutes to solve the entire paper, not more than 15 to 20, not more than that you can afford to spend on essay writing. That is itself more than enough. Okay, so what we're going to do here, we're going to give a very, very quick reading to the passage. Okay, and when you're doing this quick reading, you need to have full concentration there, because while doing this quick reading, you're going to understand the central theme of the passage. What is the passage majorly talking about? See, whenever there's a passage, there are a lot of points in it, but it points to a central theme. Okay, for example, it may be the impact of COVID, say, on the travel industry. So this is a central theme. You might have hundreds of points written there, but when I'm reading the passage, my brain will start processing. Okay, so every point is actually directing towards or is related to this particular topic. Fine. You need to understand the central theme. That becomes the title of your passage, guys. Okay, and in the same direction, your mind starts to run in the towards selection. What are the points that you need to select? What are the points that you need to leave? If you understand the central idea of the passage, only then you will be able to do this selection or omission. Fine. Now what you're going to do is, once you're done with the fast reading of the passage, you're going to read the passage again, but this time relatively you need to go slower, because during this reading of the passage, you need to concentrate and select what are the points you will be choosing for summarizing. Fine. Now this process looks very tedious. Okay, but once you start practicing, it's just 2 times you're going to read the same passage, but when you're doing that reading the passage, there are so many activities that will go at the back of your head. Okay, so the second time that you're going to read, it's going to be slower, guys. Okay, and you need to concentrate on the selection of points. Once you're done with the selection of points, quickly frame that in or organize it into a passage using your own words. Fine. So this is how you need to approach Prese writing. Fine. So till here we are clear, guys. I think you can just write there in the comment section that you're okay with this particular section, and now we'll move on to reading comprehension very quickly. It will just take more 5 minutes, wherein we will have a look at how do we approach reading comprehension. So we'll be done with the format part. So now onwards, whenever you're approaching Prese writing, you're going to write that, even the model paper that we have given in the description box, guys, you need to apply all these rules, all these points, and please give this that particular test seriously. It will just take 60 minutes. Okay, fine. Let's move on to the next part, that is reading comprehension part, guys. Now, whenever there is reading comprehension, okay, you should be very clear with the type of questions that you can expect. Okay, one is a direct question, other is the indirect questions, and the other is fine. Avinash has asked a question. Prese, yes, Avinash, a very valid question. Thank you for putting that up. Okay. Presebi only replied as a single passage. Yes, please, guys. Prese writing, when you're writing only one passage, do not break that down into 2 to 3 passages. You're summarizing the original passage into a single passage. That's again a very valid point. Thank you, Avinash, for putting for that question. Jasleen, model test. No, Jasleen, unfortunately, will not be evaluating them. Okay, there's going to be a community evaluation wherein your friends can pitch in and give pointers. If there is some time, we can also come and give some pointers there. Okay. Akhilesh Khobragade is asking the level of the descriptive paper, as we have only 60 minutes. See, Akhilesh, the level will be relatively easier because obviously you just have 60 minutes. But understand, they might just, the difference that might be there is the lesser number of words. Okay, they might just ask you to write an essay in, say, just 150 words. Okay, they might give you a Prese which has lesser number of words. Fine, but here the model paper is quite tough, guys, so don't get bogged down. I'm repeating myself again. This is the toughest that is possible, and next time we'll be having one other paper also, maybe some after 20 days or so. There we'll just set something which is easy. Okay, fine. Now direct questions, indirect questions, questions asking your opinions. Okay, when I say direct questions, there are going to be few questions which you have direct answer there in the passage itself. Reading comprehension is again something which we have done a lot in our college days and school days, guys. Fine. So direct question, I'm able to see the question, I'm able to see the answer very evidently in the passage. Now these questions are actually tough because you don't know what else to add, or you don't know how to write, because it's very easy there, the question, right? So this is one type. Indirect question, the matter or the answer to it is there in the passage, okay, but it's not directly given. You need to infer. Okay, so that these are indirect type of questions. Questions asking your opinion. Sometimes they just ask you about, according to you, what is the situation, or will the situation change according to you? Is the author right, or is the writer right? All those things, like just your own points. So the easiest is the third kind of questions, wherein you're just free to put forth anything you want. Okay, but mostly in comprehension you'll have direct and indirect question, guys. So few points to remember: use your own words again, don't repeat the same sentences that are given in the main passage. That's a very big blunder. Okay, but your own points are not required, understand that. Again, don't add some extra information that you already know. Don't substantiate your facts with some other points that you have in your mind, because I told you would have studied a lot that's going around, so many points from the current affairs section. So you might be tempted to start writing, say, whatever you have in store, but that's not required. Okay, you can't do that in reading comprehension or Prese writing. Keep everything for essay writing. Fine. Read the question carefully. That's very important, guys. I see, so I have corrected so many papers previously. Okay, so I used to see that they know they know a lot, but they don't know how to answer to the point. Whatever the question says, you're required to answer to that point. Fine. Now sometimes the answer is just one liner. So do I stop with that one line? No, there should be an exact balance, guys. Okay, you need to find that particular balance. What you need to do is, first of all, try answering to the point, then do a little bit of extrapolation from the para. Okay, that's a right way to end an answer to a reading comprehension question. Okay, so you have given the answer in your own words and you're just adding a line or two maybe to just extrapolate whatever you have understood. But again, whatever is given, not your own points. There's a difference between inferring and writing something and adding extra points. These are very two different things, guys. Understand that. I'm repeating myself enough. Okay, so these are some of the very important points that you need to keep in mind. Fine, and let me just take your questions now, because these are some of the basic points that you need to keep in mind for reading comprehension. You don't have anything else to discuss about it. So let me just see if I okay, so first of all, Akhilesh is saying ki in 2018 paper the word limit was 400, though the time, yes, obviously Akhilesh, that can be a case. Okay, so as I told you, that's why I've set a tough paper also. So their possibility can be anything. Okay, you might still have to rush through your paper. Okay, so keep all the possibility in your mind very straight. On what themes will essay be based on? Social issues or on subjects of SEBI? Anurag, it's going to be a mix. Okay, you will get a question which is somewhere related to SEBI. You will get a question which is related to, say, social schemes, or one question related to, say, COVID, okay, or economy or finance. So you're going to see a good healthy mix in the options. Okay, so you can select whichever you're comfortable with. Okay. Avinash, is it specified that what should be the length of answer, even if one line? Can it be a complex sentence? Avinash, can you repeat your query? I'm a little confused here. Okay, guys, you can start posting questions, because I'm done with this today's session, wherein we have discussed the format part of essay writing and the reading comprehension. In the next part, what we'll be doing is we'll be having a look at the structuring of the essay writing. Okay, so now practice is very important after whatever we have discussed. So in the description box of this video, guys, please go and have a look at the link. You need to go and give an attempt to the model paper. Okay. Abhishek Das Gupta is asking, okay, does SEBI and NABARD conduct exam every year like RBI grade B? NABARD does, Abhishek, but SEBI, we are not very sure. 2018 we had a paper, now 2020. So we cannot say that every year the exam is conducted. But let's be positive, vacancies have been coming over the previous years. But every year, that is something which even we don't know right now. Fine. Is it specified what should be the length of the answer? Okay, Avinash, see, length is never specified. Okay, reading comprehension, it is not that you will not have anything in the brackets written, but for essay writing, you have this rule which goes without saying to summarize the passage to 1/3 of the number of words given in the original passage. Novice is asking, useful for NABARD grade A mains? Yes, Novice, this is exactly useful for your NABARD grade A 2020 mains examination. There you will also have letter writing. Okay, so that's something which is not there for your RBI and SEBI examination. Jasleen, the expected questions can be anywhere between 4 to 5. Okay. Abhishek is asking, SEBI Quant English reasoning section is tougher than SBI PO or not? It is not going to be tougher than SBI PO. Apurva Gupta, ma'am, may I get to know that if students of ECE could give this test? Apurva, obviously you can go and give this test, because see, the descriptive English paper is going to be the same for all streams. So you can be of any stream, right? Your descriptive English paper is not going to change. So don't worry about that. Okay, Jasleen, descriptive tests are not part of the offerings, Jasleen, that you need to be very sure. Okay. Test series, you don't have descriptive English as a part of it. Akbar Ali is asking a valid question about sectional time in the descriptive English. No, Akbar, we will not have sectional timing. Anurag Gupta, word counter. Yes, Anurag, there is going to be a word counter. Mansi Jain, word limit for RC question. Mansi, just try writing 3 to 4 lines maximum. Okay, so that's how normally a reading comprehension answer should be. Subhashri Swain, classes for descriptive. Subhashri, the first class is free for all. Second class is going to be for our paid subscribers. Yes, we will be conducting class for them for descriptive English. Avinash J, please post this query or mail it to support@oliveboard.in because your query is long. I need to understand what you're trying to say. 87, general category, preparing for grade B, working in PSB since July 13. Yes, since you're working in PSB since July 13, 88, 89. Yes, you will be eligible, Avinash, most probably. You will be eligible because 33 is the age limit that's going to be there. Anyways, drop a mail to support@oliveboard.in so that I can clarify it once more. Jasleen, phase 1 and phase 2, it includes the paper 2. Okay, that is the reason, not paper 1. You're welcome, Apurva. Anishtha, for pre writing, how many ever number of words are there in the original passage? You need to, summarize it to 1/3. Okay, for reading comprehension, maximum 3 to 4 lines is the, limit that you can exhaust. The original number of words would be mentioned. So you can automatically just go ahead and divide by 3. There's going to be a word counter, so don't worry about it. For general category, 30 is the age limit, guys. But if you have been working in a PSB, okay, so there you have maximum 33. But you should have 3 years of experience, excluding probation. Okay. You're welcome, Anchal. Fine. No, Rahul, at this moment we do not have NABARD course, Rahul. There are going to be tests, but not a full-fledged course. Avinash, 33 years, in case you're working in any PSB or in case you belong to some other category. For general category, it is 30, but PSB, yes, there is an exception. Okay. So guys, any more questions? I hope you guys have a good understanding now how to attempt essay writing and how to attempt reading comprehension. It is really, really important. Armanpreet Kaur, Livement editorial. See, Armanpreet, I would not say that, only this particular source is important or not. But yes, if you're going through Livement editorial, they're really good. They will help you to form opinions and give you certain points. Okay. So that is going to be enough, but you need to back it up with the proper practice. Tarun Gupta, on a daily basis, I would not recommend you to practice, yeah, because that's very, very tedious. Okay, I would say max to max twice a week. That's more than enough. Okay. You're welcome, Mansi. Okay. Roshan is asking how to make a head start for descriptive English. Roshan, the first thing is just give a paper and see where you stand. Because unless and until you're not giving a paper, you will not have an idea what are the difficulties that you're going to face. Okay. Describing something verbally or seeing something verbally is very different from practice. Okay, so just go ahead and give a paper and see, what is the difference it is making to you. Fine. Vijay, any idea when the exam is going to be there? Vijay, most probably, see, there is expectation that in November end or December, we will get our SEBI exam, right? Vikas, okay, we'll do that, Vikas. We'll share a list of topics on our site, don't worry. Tarun, I cannot promise you, but we'll try if we can come out with some tests on like this on a regular basis. Yes, Jasleen, there's going to be same passage for reading comprehension and pre writing. Okay, there's someone coming out with the exact dates. Okay, so I would not back that right now, but yes, maybe that's true. Fine. Sure, Vikas, I'll keep that in mind. Don't worry, right? Okay guys, I think we are done here. I have taken all your questions. So please do take care of yourself. Okay, please stay indoors though things are opening up, but I would say you just avoid to the extent possible. Only for important work or something you go out so that we can normalize the situation even better and get back to our normal lives faster. Fine. So thank you so much guys for taking time out coming here. And keep following, give this practice test that is going to help you out to understand where you stand exactly in your preparation levels. Okay, we'll see that we come out with a list of expected topics shortly. Fine. Thank you so much guys and stay safe. Good night. Take care of yourself, guys. Thank you so much.